Hello everybody. Bonus era. It is 9:01 p.m. EST here on the East Coast, and I am going to be doing some late night bug squashing here with my Discord bot. So what's the issue? I guess is the first order of business. Actually, no, the first order of business is to put on the lovely, uh, relaxing BGM. Good late night, I guess. Yeah. Put on the great BGM. Oh yeah, hello Bon, hello Stardust Crusaders Zero. I'm very grateful that y'all both are here late night watching me do something probably kind of boring, but I mean, I guess that's down to personal preference. Okay, so the bug that I have to fix tonight that was brought to my attention yesterday. I'm losing track of the days because as I've shown or mentioned, this bot is for where are my hotkeys? Runtime hotkeys. There we go. This bot. Let me find my GitHub issue for it also before I go crazy. This bot is for the purpose of translating or carrying translations and chat messages from Japanese streams for live translation into English. And so the streams will happen at like my 9 a.m. But that's a different day in Japan. So I lose track of how long ago I was actually notified of this issue. But I've made a Git issue for it. And the issue is that on this fun streaming platform that we all know and love, Mildem.com, which I think I'm allowed to talk about because I'm not a Twitch affiliate yet, and I'm not streaming on it yet, it has a very weird way of encoding the custom, or not even custom, just the emotes on the platform. On like a Twitch.tv type thing or a YouTube, the emotes are text. You type in something like PogChamp, or probably PogChamp isn't actually an emote anymore, right? It's what's the new one? What's the new Pog? Pog. Oh, it is still PogChamp. Okay. Yeah, so you type in PogChamp, and it makes a neat little emote like that. And when you download the message, it'll just say PogChamp in text, because, you know, that's what the emote is called. But here on the wonderful uncharted frontier of Mildem.com, the emotes are encoded as weird numeric things like that. I don't know how visible or readable my browser source here is, but basically, the emotes come through as numbers and they don't make any sense. Like, they're not coherent in Discord. And they don't just translate to emoji or anything like that. If there were text that you could read, you'd like understand. It's readable enough. I mean, yeah, if you knew what that was. It's not like weird glyphs, but nobody knew what that meant until I went and looked it up. We were all pretty confused about why this message was coming through. So my goal today is to try and make... Oh, browser capture, yeah. Okay, cool. Thank you. Good. Yeah, so my goal today is to basically make a function for the message capture that does some data sanitization, and will replace the platform emotes with their emoji equivalent. Like, assuming that there's a close enough equivalent on, like, just normal Unicode emoji, which I think there are in most cases. But then the fun bonus round is you can also have if you have a membership on that website, if your channel is eligible for membership, much like on twitch.com or twitch.tv, rather, you can have custom emoji or custom emotes. I keep saying emoji. Emoji refer to the Unicode ones. You can have custom emotes, right? And those are different numbers, and there's no emoji equivalent that I could just bake in, and I don't know what the numbers are going to be for everybody's channel. For the specific channel that I made this bot for, it would be easy enough to hardcode them in, and for the Discord server that it's made for, they have the channel emotes as server emotes, so it would be easy to do like a hard-coded map. But that doesn't really serve the purpose of this bot being deployable elsewhere, theoretically. So I need to figure out a way that would, I guess, allow server operators to define a map between some number, like what we see here, where it's like bracket slash a number, and a Discord emoji, or emote, or just text in general, I guess, to replace it with. So that'll be the bonus round. But the first step is getting emoji working, and that should be pretty straightforward. I believe I'm going to use a regular expression for that, so we'll get there in a second. First things first, let's make a branch. Emotes. Create branch emotes from master. We've done it. Runs for the hills. Hey, Dead Buddha. Hey, Caesar. What's up? Are you running to my hills or away from my hills? Is it because you heard regular expression? That's fair. There's like a common idiom among programmers that's like, oh, I realized I had a problem and I thought I could solve it with regular expression. Now I have two problems. But I think in this case, it's simple enough. Which are very good, famous last words, I think. But it is what it is. Okay, git fetch, git checkout, emote. Git pull. Cannot lock ref. Reference broken. What happened? That's weird. I've never seen that before. I don't know what it means by reference broken, but I'll have to figure that out later. I'm on my correct branch. Into weird capture groups and recursion. I've never heard of a recursive regex, so I think you're already on some next level shit that I'm not prepared to deal with. Okay. So first things first. Let's talk about a regex. I use, every time I have to bungle my way through writing a regex, I use this website. Move my terminal off somewhere. Yeah, so I use this website, right? Because it is good at telling me how things work. So for example, the basic one it gives has parentheses, which indicate a group. A group in a regex. Okay, actually no, I need to take this a step back, right? What the hell is a regex, regular expression? What does that even mean? Well, in this case, there's nothing really ordinary about the expression. I wouldn't say that if you were to express something, this is the, quote, regular way to do it. Regular refers to it being a pattern, because regular expressions are all about matching patterns. They are a way that you can tell code to try and find patterns within a string, a collection of characters, and then do something with the matches. So in this case, I'm going to have to find something that can match the pattern of specifically that bracket slash, then some numbers, and then a closing bracket, because that is how emojis are encoded in on the platform that I'm trying to read from, right? So that is a regular expression. Here's an example of one. They're all these really weird, not human readable configurations of characters that each one is like an instruction that tells it to do something. So here the example one has a capture group. As Stardust Crusader 0 here alluded to, you can have multiple groups within a match, which would let you do different kinds of operations on different parts of the match. So like say you had a regex that was two things joined by a hyphen, and you wanted to match any hyphenated words. You could have one group be the thing before the hyphen and one group be the thing after the hyphen, so you could replace them separately when you find a match. That's what grouping is for. Then the next thing we have is a range, which are the brackets. So it matches a character in the range A to Z, in this case. And so that's why it's matching like all of these words that start with an uppercase specifically. If we did like A to Z, you get all the lowercase. So that's fun. You could also do like 0 to 9. And I don't think there's any examples in the matching text here, but I could do like... Yeah. And because there are no spaces here, I think it'll match the whole... Yeah. Matches the whole line. And so /W matches any word character, which is why it was going for no spaces. So let's test this out. So I want to match something like this. And like that, but not. Bracket slash space 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 space. Something like that. So I wouldn't want to match that. Juan is typing furiously. I don't know if they're typing at me, though. Alright, I think I've been spared of the wrath. Okay. So, let's do that. Okay. We want to match... First character is bracket. Because bracket is also an operator in regex, you need to escape it with a backslash. Just like you would in writing a string if you wanted to escape like a new line. Forward slash is also an operator, so you need to escape that. As we just established, we wanted to do a range. We can do 0 to 9, because these are always going to be numbers. Cool. I think then we do asterisk for, let's see, qualifier match 0 or more of the preceding tokens. Nice. Alright, and then just close it with a bracket. Like that. And that, I think, does it. That's like the fastest I've ever written a regex, because it's pretty simple in this case. We have our thing to match, which is the first couple of characters. We have a range. We use a qualifier that indicates that we want to match 0 or more of the preceding token. And we want to close it with another character. Pretty straightforward. And we get the two matches, the two blue texts here are the things we wanted to match. We don't get this one that has white space in it. We don't get one that is letters, I don't think. Yeah, letters don't come through because the emojis are always encoded by numbers. So this is functional. And now I'm going to wrap this in a group, because the group, when I highlight these, you can see the match is the whole thing with the brackets, but the group is just the number. And I want this for a very specific reason, because I want to match just the numbers on the inside so that server operators, for this, the bonus feature that I'm talking about, or was talking about, letting server operators define custom mappings between whatever numbers they've got here and like server emotes. So I would do a search and replace for the whole match, but check to see if the group is what we have in the map. To me, this makes sense. I don't know if what I'm saying makes sense to anybody else. If it doesn't, that's reasonable. Okay. So we've got a regex. Cool. Let's copy that into VS Code. Alright. I'm going to bump up the text size in here a little bit also. I forgot to do that before the stream. 24? Should be good. Let's see how big that is. Adapters. Client. Oh, that's kind of big. Maybe that's too big. Maybe that's good for you guys, though. Really big for me, but probably makes this really readable. Looks good to me, yeah. Okay. So let's make a function down here for sanitizing text. Boom. Something like that. Cool. Now is when I try and remember how to implement regex in JavaScript. New regular. I think it's like this. think. Wouldn't the plus quantifier be better, as there should always be at least one digit? Uh-oh. I'm getting put on blast. What do you mean? Like, here? No, quantifier. Instead of the wildcard, you mean? Like that? Match one or more of the preceding token. Are you saying that before it would have matched on that? I'm not sure what the difference functionally here is. You're correct that both get a match, and I see that plus is one or more of the preceding token rather than wildcard, which is 0 or more of the preceding token. But it doesn't seem like it gets a match on that. I'll use plus, though, because you're correct. Like, yes, that makes sense. It should be one or more. What do you mean, // That's a comment. Wrap it in single slash? Oh, yeah, you're right. And I'll make this a plus to make everybody happy. Ah, no, it's all good. Like, you are correct in that is what the thing does. That's what the specification is for. I actually don't know why it doesn't match on the one that's just empty brackets. Because I would think it should. That would be 0 or more of the characters in the set. But I guess I lucked out. Alright, so we have our regex. We're going to do our sanitize. We're going to do const platform emotes equals. And so here's where I'm going to make a map of the existing emotes. Oh, shit. Yeah. I always forget this. I unfortunately, with window capture, there doesn't seem to be a way to toggle things on or off based on if they're currently in focus or not. You can do that with display capture, I think. Or like a direct video in from like a capture card. But I don't think I can do that with window capture. I tried that earlier because that would help. Instead, I just have shitty hotkeys to do this for me. Yes. Add the glow. Man, everybody that comes... I thought I was going to be like shattering minds with my cursory understanding of regex, which puts me head and shoulders above my peers, and then both of you come out here and are like, by the way, you clown, here's the real way to do it. You're absolutely right. I should be doing that. G. Global flag. I don't remember where that goes, though. Beginning? Like that? End. Yes. Vaughn, do you want to explain to the class with the G why you need to make something global versus not global? Do you know? Because now you called me out, you have to prove it that you know what you're talking about. Yes. Big winner. That's correct. If I didn't have this G here, it would just do the first match. If I go back to my browser and then forget to go back to localhost later, you can see that the browser is actually preemptively putting this G in here because it knows you want it. It would be crazy to not want the G, but you could just have a regex with no G, and then it will only match the first one. But that's why I forgot to include it, because it does it for me on the browser thing, which I think is actually bad UX, because it will make people forget that you need it, like I just did. Okay. So we've got that. The next thing would be figuring out what all the gosh darn emotes are. So I'm going to go back to my browser, and I'm going to go to here, and you're going to get to see my... Oh, it's mostly obscured, but we've got the wonderful alternative streaming platform that I hope I don't get in trouble for showing on stream. The at the end of something important. That up caret like that would be a negated set, right? I think. I guess it maybe depends on context. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna... What am I gonna do? How am I gonna make this more visible? I wish I could, like, make the chat pop out. I probably can, I just don't know how to do it. But yeah, like, I can type in some emotes here, and I'm gonna hit send. And, oh, duh. Hold on. If I, like... If I start that up, and then here I tell the bot to wake up. Or bot is waking up. That's good. So I can type in, like, this one looks like it's the beginner symbol. You probably can't see too well, but it's 1001. I type that into chat. Here it comes through just fine. But on the Discord side of things, it's like, you meant to type in this, right? And nobody knows what the hell that means, because it's just coming through as text. Or as numbers. So my goal is to make this be replaced with an emoji. So let's go to Emoji Dex. I think that's the website, Emojipedia? Yeah. Actually, I don't need to be doing this because Windows has an integrated emoji keyboard these days, which is nice. So let's see, 1001 corresponds to that. Oh, back to VS Code. And so basically now I'm going to do this for each emoji in the set, for the platform emotes, because there are basically easy equivalents for all of them. Then my plan is to run the regex on the message string, check to see if any of the groups in the various matches exist in the map that I'm building here, and then just do a simple replace. That will accomplish the first step of what I want to do here, which will be good enough, I think. No. So that's the second step, right? Custom emotes, based on purely anecdotal evidence, because there's no documentation that I can find about how any of this works, have a completely different number. They can't use the 1, because 1 is reserved for system emotes, but I think they're like maybe 2,000 or something like that. So what I would like is to be able to make a command that will let server operators add to the map for their server, basically. And then they could do something like, 234 corresponds to Coco Pog. Like that. Oh, that's a good one! I didn't know you got more emotes. When did this happen? Hold on. Wait, why do I only have Coco Pog? How are you doing this? How are you doing this? Wait, hold on. Hold on, how are you doing this? Bon, you have to answer me. I could be a tier 2 sub for you right now, and I'm not? That's what you're telling me? Oh my god. What is tier 2, like 10 bucks a month? Yeah, I'm not gonna, don't worry. I could just light $5 on fire in front of you, if you'd prefer. Or like $3, I guess. Yeah, exactly. Okay. But yeah, basically my plan is to have a command that would let additional entries in this map be added for a server's config. So that when it finds like a custom emote, it would replace it with a corresponding either emoji of somebody's choice if there's like a good Unicode emoji match, or I believe I can just do... I actually don't know what happens if I type something like that in, if that makes a Discord emote or not. I guess it would be easy enough to test. But yeah, that's my plan. So now I just need to go through and look at what all of the different emotes are. Okay, these are in numeric order also, which is helpful. I'm not going to switch back and forth every time I go into the browser to look at what these are, because that, I don't think, adds anything. So let's see. This one is... Oh, that's a shame. That doesn't get captured. If y'all are using Windows, a cool gamer tip is that you can press Windows key period and it opens up the emoji keyboard. I don't know if a lot of people know about this, but it's very useful. I use it on the daily. What am I looking for? It is scared sad face. Yeah, did you not know about this one? It's very useful. Yeah. Windows key period. Next one is a red flag. That's big. Yeah, it's a game changer, right? I'm gonna assume that this little golf pennant is good enough for a red flag. I'll have to accept it. These are all gonna be like near matches, because there's not gonna be anything that's quite identical. But, some of them are very much one-to-one emojis, like, laugh. And then some of the ones on this platform, I have no idea what they're trying to convey. I'll get to those in a second. I'll show you those in nice high-res, because I was looking at these earlier, and I just have no idea. I think this one is, like, embarrassed. So let's say I should probably make some idle chatter while I'm mindlessly copying things back and forth. Today is tax-free day here in the wonderful, wonderful state of Massachusetts, which meant I got to do a lot of shopping. A lot of driving around and buying tacky crap. We have a Roomba now, so that's cool. I kind of want to try and hack it, but I'll save that for another stream, maybe. Ooh, I'm being raided. Uh-oh. It's impolite. I have to fix that raid notification. It's so big. I appreciate the raid. Hello. Raid. It's very impolite to raid the graveyard at this hour. Is that Lentinua? I think I'm saying that right. Thank you for joining the skeleton crew. As you know, if it does not say rest in peace on your tombstone, you get drafted into the Skeleton War, so your voluntary conscription will save a lot of poor souls. Same goes for you, Salaryman. I appreciate voluntarily enlisting in the Skeleton Army. I appreciate it a lot. Take everything. Yeah. You guys caught me just in time. I am doing maintenance on my... Thank you. Thank you, Salaryman. My wonderful... delightful partner, Bon, who is in the chat right now, is the rigger and illustrator for this one. I'm using a shitty webcam right now, but I promise the mouth capture is typically a lot better. If I were using a better camera, which I've done from time to time. But yeah, I like tried to complete 5 different thoughts right there because suddenly people are talking to me. So first order of business. Thank you everybody for the follows just now. I appreciate it. Are your eyebrows browing? I'm not sure what that means. Thank you for the follows. Your service into the Skeleton Army is very much appreciated. We fight the good fight. Second order of business. What am I doing? Who am I? I'm Skeletom, as it says in the bottom left there. You caught me in the act of doing some maintenance on the Discord bot that I own and operate. That provides live translation from a obscure to the Western world Japanese streaming platform into Discord. I see somebody has identified a regex, so that's good. I'm glad that that's understood to know what that means by some. But yeah, today I'm doing a bug fix as it was discovered that the platform that I'm capturing messages from encodes their platform emotes in a really odd way. And so I need to make that be able to translate into a more Discord readable format. So right now I am taking the numerical encoding of the emotes that they pipe out and replacing them with emoji. Do I tell skull jokes? There's nothing funny about being dead, Matt. I understand nothing, but I'm incredibly hyped. Approximate knowledge of the beep boop boops. Yeah, so basically this bot, it makes a dummy user on this streaming platform called Milden.com, which is like Japanese Twitch. It listens to the chat of a designated streamer's channel, and it will listen for messages prefixed with a bracket EN to denote that it is a English translation from pre-approved users, which you define per server, and then it will take those users' messages and it will pipe them into a designated Discord channel for your server. So in this way, if you're watching your favorite Japanese streamer and you know that they have a really powerful live translator fan, you can approve them and get their messages sent to your Discord channel, so when you do your watch-alongs with the rest of the fan base, you can get their translations without them being lost. Yes. It picks up approved users that use a specific tag. Exactly. So, in this particular case, the streamer that this bot was built for is named Kissy. She typically does stuff on YouTube, but every now and then will do a, 20 minutes notice stream on this other platform, Milden.com. I don't quite know why she uses it more than, or at all, rather than just sticking completely to YouTube, but she does sometimes. There's this guy in the community named Taishi, who is a very, very capable Japanese to English translator in that he is a professional translator, and also he does this for fun, for us. Yeah, and she's bilingual. So she has a very large fan base that is English-speaking, but I would say it's like a 70-30 split on Japanese to English for when she streams. So a lot of the time, the English-speaking community is a little bit left in the lurch, I feel like, which is where people like Taishi come in, and they provide this incredibly accurate, or I hope it's accurate, I don't have a way to verify, I would say very rapid live translation that seems to be incredibly accurate. Hasn't really come up at any point that it wouldn't be. And again, Taishi's a professional translator for text. I think he does a lot of manga and things like that. So yeah, exactly, much respect. So the goal here for this bot is to be able to capture Taishi's messages from her chat room and pipe them into our Discord server so that we can not lose them in all the riffraff and we can appreciate them. And at the end of the stream, this bot makes a time-stamped log of all of the chat messages in order, so you can have a transcript of the stream. You can also do things like make your own timestamps from the Discord side that will get put into the log at the end. So if a funny thing happens, you can just do exclamation point T, burp or whatever, and it'll do a timestamp that'll get put in the log later, so you can review it and do your clip or whatever you need to do at the end of it. In addition, this bot also provides what I believe is the first and only go live notification for this platform in existence. There's no developer API for this platform. I had to figure out how to talk to it by myself, by reverse engineering it, and I spared everybody the pain of streaming that, but now it works. Yeah. Yes. There was a similar extension used for YouTube named Lunabot, Luna's Translations, made by not Tom, but Tam. They taught me how to set up a Discord bot initially, and a lot of what I've got here is based on how their bot works, because I wanted to provide a similar user experience, because people are already familiar with that one. So this is very similar to Lunabot. Lunabot is also open source. It's way more complex. It does a lot more. It actually can do live translation itself with a DeepL API hook, where it will take Japanese messages from the streamers themselves and run it through the best machine translation available for free, DeepL, and it will pipe them back to Discord if you want. Mine doesn't do any of that right now. It's just perhaps where it's coded to work for EN to JP translations. Yeah. We use it for Taishi all the time. it's able to do that. I think Lunabot is set up in such a way that it will pick up. Oh. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if it does that. That's a good point. The bot that I'm working on, it does support that. You can have any arbitrary number of prefixes. I can ask Tam if you want. Or you can check out the bot. It's if you want. It's open source. I can even go show you it right now. GitHub. This guy. There you go. Oh, wait. No, that's not the right browser. This is what we're looking for. Here's the open source repository for not the bot that I'm working on, but a much more powerful, more inspiring bot. As it says right here, this is being used for 60 servers with 11,000 average users, which is pretty cool. Mine is currently being used for one server with about 500 users. So it's not quite the same scope. But a lot of what I've got going is based on this. So I'm very deeply indebted to Tam for this. But yeah, so the bot that I'm working on supports an arbitrary combination of... Oh, hold on, I gotta execute a different bot, a worse bot. Twitch dashboard. Delete message. Unfit for the Skeleton War. Deleted by a moderator. Cool. We got him. Got him. Yeah. So this bot can support any combination of languages you want. It doesn't even have to necessarily be a language. It just looks for bracket. You can designate a prefix and point that to a channel. Yeah. Yeah. And Lunabot can run stuff through DeepL. Mine doesn't do that. I'm not going to bother doing that. I don't think it has a use here. Just wouldn't be as useful. So I'm currently in the manual process of finding what the numerical encoding of all of these different platform emotes are and making a map of what their Unicode emoji equivalent is. Because a lot of them, even though they are weird and proprietary, basically look exactly like normal emoji. Yeah, I mean, yes. Live tailors are always better, but this is for when the DeepL stuff, I believe, is for when they type in their free chat or whatever. Like the streamer will, sometimes just pop in if they've got like a chat room open or leave a message in somebody else's stream, and it'll be in Japanese, and nobody's going to be around to suddenly know to live TL that, so they do the best they can. It's not meant to be a substitution for what the streamer is saying. It's for when they type comments into chat or whatever. Again, I'm not even going to bother with this because I think my product here is so niche that it's just not worth it. And if you get the Japanese message into Discord, you can translate it at your leisure later. Yeah. Okay. Next one is Sleepy. That's 107. Oh, I skipped one here. Yeah, so this is the one that I got called out on the bug today. Kaysan typed that into her Mildum stream, and we just got a message arbitrarily in the stream chat channel that was like 1007/, and everybody was like, "Is your bot broken?" No, it's just Oh. Akashofa Q joins the skeleton crew. Thank you. Thank you for your voluntary conscription into the skeleton army. If it doesn't say rest in peace on your tombstone, you're drafted into the skeleton war. Your voluntary conscription can save a poor draftee. So we appreciate it. Next one is a kissy face emote. I love your design. It looks so cool. I'm flattered. My design was made by Bonbombs, who's in the chat, and she's also the one who rigged it. So big ups to them. They're also a VTuber who made and drew and rigged their own model. You should give them a check out. They do a lot of like model building. They've been building a Gunpla on stream recently, so you should check her out if that piques your interest. But yeah, so thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. I don't know how late you are to the party. I'm basically doing maintenance for a Discord bot that I run. I'm not going to give the whole spiel again, because that took like a very long time. But the summary is it's a live translation courier, basically. Next one's a heart emoji. Oh wait, no, I have to do the kissy face one. It's like this one. Grabbing some cake. You know, Curio, you don't have to tell me that you're getting away from the keyboard. I have no way of knowing if you're not at your keyboard. It's nice, I guess, and polite to excuse yourself from the table, but I can't see you, so you really don't have to do that. It's nice, though. This one. Alright, we're almost into the weird territory, gang. The emojis that make no sense. I want to be polite. Yeah, well, that'll teach you, I guess. Triumphant, I think, is the next one. I don't have eyes also is really a good point. I code through... I was going to say sense of smell, but I don't have a nose either. I don't know. It's just intuition. May I go to the comfort room? No! No comfort allowed. You will find no comfort here. Coding through auras. Yeah, it's muscle memory. Oh, I don't have muscles either. Fuck! How do I do this? I don't know. It's magic. What can I say? Bone memory. Alright, in a hot second, I'm gonna stop doing emoji transcription, and I'm gonna test it. That'll be fun. I got 2 more before I'm good to go. Shock. Yeah, that's good enough. It looks really interesting. I appreciate it. I hope I can... one of my major goals through VTubing is to learn how to communicate technical ideas in a way that makes them approachable. Oh man, thank God I have an actual pair of eyes. 2 8s, thank you. Thank you, Stardust Crusader, for catching that. Thank you for the peer review, the instant pull request peer review. Yeah, so one of my goals through VTubing is to try and learn how to communicate technical concepts in a way that makes them at least interesting, if not digestible to other people who don't have the same background that I do. I don't know if I'm achieving that right now, but I have to keep practicing to try. Okay. Hold on, gang. I actually need your help for this one. Let's see. Copy image address. Boom. What emoji is this? Type it in the chat now. How do we describe this one? There's like a lot going on here. Yeah, so like what Unicode emoji is it? Is it like this one? I think it's probably the smug one, right? Smirk? Okay, but I'm not gonna... I mean, I could make it do that, but I've got all the other ones just be emoji. So I'm gonna try and stick to that. I want it to be like a Unicode. Something. I think Smirk is the closest I've got, right? In the Unicode set. Oh, by the way, for late arrivals, I mentioned this earlier. The big game changer in the way I'm able to type out these emoji into my code terminal here so quickly is if you type Windows key period, it will open the emoji keyboard on Windows. It doesn't get captured on my window capture for my stream here, but you can do that, and you can just type whatever emoji you want. And it's really good. There we go, smirk. Okay, so that's a decent enough map. So now we're going to actually implement the function here. So we're going to do regex dot. Does anybody remember how to use a regex? What's the command I use? Exec, probably? We're going to just assume this works. Oh, wait. It's times like this when reading the docs. Very helpful. Executes a search on a string using a regular expression pattern. Returns the array containing the results of that search. Cool, okay. You can do a regex on a string object or do a string on a yeah, I think right here I'm doing a regex on a string object. But you're saying I should be doing like str dot... well, I guess it doesn't know that this is a string. You're saying I could do like match. Like that? Good lord. Why's it gotta be like this? In that case, do I even need this to be a class? Or can I just do that? I don't know what the difference is in behavior, because I like to pretend like I know what I'm doing. Somebody in here earlier said, you have to have your regex defined. So you're saying I can't just do... like that won't work? That will work, okay. Yeah. So I don't need to make it like a class, though. And I won't need to do a compile. Hey! Welcome back, friend. I'm not doing web dev right now. I'm doing a Discord bot. I kind of lost steam on my personal website thing because I didn't have a good vision for what I wanted the front end to look like. And instead of trying to, like, pull teeth on that, I figured I'd just cool it for a hot minute. But today I'm working on a Discord bot, which is backend, which I'm good at. Makes it a class so you don't have to compile it every time. Oh, this doesn't compile every time. Oh, okay. Okay. Wait, then should I be doing... I don't know. Bit. What am I trying to do? Const matches equals... What am I trying to do? The worst thing about JavaScript is because everything is typeless, I just have to basically guess what I'm trying to do here. str. There's very little in the way of IntelliSense. Let's see. Okay, we're gonna try and see what this outputs. So I'm gonna kill my bot. Gonna boot it up again. I'll make the console nice and big. Oh, this is useless because I never actually call sanitize anywhere. Alright, and so here I've got a function that assembles a message based on stuff we get out of the WebSocket. It basically puts it into a standardized class instead of being whatever weird format the data comes out of with like weird JSON names. So we make that into a generic chat message object. So here's where I will do sanitize around the text of the message. That should do it. Let's kill the bot again. Reboot. Alright, I'm gonna send it a... Oh, there we go. It's so another fun thing about this, and I think this is probably true for any WebSocket-based chat room, I just got 2 hits for messages, because I... what am I looking for? I have 2 messages visible on the browser, and so it like backfills, because if a client were to join the browser version of the chat page, they'd want to see a couple messages from like before they joined if they were around. So the bot frequently gets messages from before it starts up. I've got a time-based filter to stop it from double posting. All right, what do we got here? Let's see. So it's got a match. I don't know why it's printing out null, though. I don't know what the null means. I'm also surprised it's only coming up with 1 match. And no groups. That strikes me as weird. Because I would think, if I type in something like this, go back to your regex. Do you have capturing groups? Yes. This was a point I made when I was building the regex. I've got capturing groups right here. The parentheses. Well, I mean, no. It's right now. It's not capturing anything. This map that I just spent a bunch of time writing has nothing to do with the regex right now. I just wanted to see what I should be trying to match on. Ideally, the capture group would be the key in this map. You'd have the match would be the whole phrase, which is like the thing with the brackets, and then the group would be the number that we see in the map here. And then I can go over all of my matches, see if the group exists on the map, do a replace of the match, and then move on. That's my plan. But right now it's saying, here's the message, I guess. Here's the string. It looks like it found a match. But then it didn't find more. Like on these other ones, I would think there should be multiple matches. Like this shouldn't just be an array of 1 item. I'm wondering if it's because there's no space between them. Let's go back to our regex tool. Because maybe this can help me debug it faster. If I put another one of these right behind it. Okay, no, it does match both of them. Oh, you know, you're probably right. Let's try that. Let's try that. I don't actually know what the difference is. No. Okay, so match. Let's go to VS Code here. So I'm operating on a strongly typed, or quote-unquote strongly typed regex object here. And if I do match... Oh, wait, I should be doing it the other way around. Stir.match regex is what we're saying I should be doing. Yes. That makes sense. That feels right. I'm sure by now I've lost all of the good faith that I've earned from everybody here. Oh, no, it hates that. Oh, God. Oh, wait. It auto-corrected it to matches. Hate this. Let's try that again. Because it saw that matches was the name of the variable, and it's like, you probably meant this, right? Because it doesn't know that stir is a string, because it's JavaScript and not TypeScript. Awesome. Give me the goods. There we go. Yes. But, okay. So that's good, but it doesn't show me the groups or anything. It just shows me the matches. Which is not quite what I want. Unless this is like a simplified two-string method. Okay, let's look at the docs. Let's go to some documentation. Let's go find out what's... Oops. Wrong key. Wrong browser. Golly. Let's see. I'll make my terminal not block the entire screen. String prototype match. Method retrieves the result of matching a string against a regular expression. So you pass in a regular expression object. Okay, so this says that they should have groups, even when done this way. So I'm guessing that what we saw is just a fancy two-string method implemented somehow on the match object. If I do matches 0.groups, does that do anything? Does this bear any fruit? Let's find out. Undefined. No. Okay. Doesn't know what that means. Huh. Well, that's a problem, because I really need those groups. I really wanted those groups to be a thing. Tasty. I thought this was going to be really easy. You can enumerate with regex. Yeah, but that's not the problem. The problem is it's... Like, I have my set of matches. That's not the problem. I can definitely iterate over those. The problem is I need to find the grouping. And for some reason, this doesn't seem to be containing that. Oh! I literally can't read. I don't know how to read documentation when the answer is right in front of me. If the G flag is used, all results matching the complete regular expression will be returned, but capture groups will not. If the G flag is not used, only the first complete match and its related capturing groups are returned. In this case, the returned item will have additional properties as described below. Why? 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 This seems like an arbitrary trade-off that they made for no... Like, why can't I have both? I should absolutely be able to have my cake and eat it too. Huh. Oh, well, there's an easy way around this. It's okay. I've already come up with a solution in my big brain genius way. Let's go to VS Code. Yeah, I'm not going to write another regex. All I have to do is I'm going to do if platform emotes dot has. Now check this shit out. Oh wait, this needs to be in a for. For match. What is it? Match of matches. It's going to be if it has. We're going to do some string interpolation. What is it? It looks like this. Oh, wait, no. Shit, that doesn't work. What am I saying? That's backwards. I have it backwards. I'm thinking backwards. Huh. If I didn't treat this as a map and didn't try and use the has command, I could just iterate over... that's kind of like long-winded though. I could do like for and you do something like if there do something like that. Do place something like that. I don't know if this is more or less effective than trying to do stuff in the map, but this will probably get the job done. It's probably really, really bad for big O notation. I don't give a single shit right now, but we'll see how that works. I'm gonna run my bot. Big O. I'm going to now go to my... Let's open up browser. I'm going to type an emote into my chat room here, the beginner one. And lo and behold, it works. It transcribes it into the beginner emoji. So that works. I feel like it's not optimized, but it works. I could keep doing this. I can type in like boom, 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 boom. And in here, it translates them all to emoji. Perfect. This is exactly what I wanted. Yeah, I'm quite happy about that, actually. Yeah. I don't like that it's a double nested for loop, because that means for every message, it's going to have to do... like, iterate over this map. Important optimization note. Important view into my brain right now. For optimization reasons, the outermost loop here is the match of the regex. Because if there are no matches, we don't want to iterate over the map at all. If I had flipped these, it would behave exactly the same. But even if there were no matches, it would iterate over every single item in the map. It would still be wasting computational cycles for every pair that we have in this map, even if there was nothing to match it to. But if there are no matches, you just do nothing, which is a fun optimization note, I guess. Okay, so that works. In theory, then, my plan for allowing server operators to store their own pair... Well, let's try something here. While I'm at it. What's a... I think I just saw, if I go to, like, my localhost again. Here, I hover this, it says it's : beginner : I need to see real quick how Discord handles something. Let's go to VS Code. Let's, instead of this being that, let's do as text. Because I want to know if I can let people just type in emoji names like that, and if it'll still work. Kill the bot. Fire him up again. Boom. Go to my browser. If I type in the beginner emote here, there should be no change in behavior. Yes, okay, that seems to still work. Cool. Good, that's good to know. Alright. So my plan will work, I think. Which means... first things... Okay, so now I've got two things that I want to do here. I need to finish adding all of these emoji from the platform to the set here, because there's still a bunch more platform emoji to go, and then I should add this as a unit test. I'm going to do the unit test now, because I can copy emotes forever. Although, we're about to get into some of the weird emotes, and maybe it would be good to have people around to tell me what they think they see in each of these. So I got through up to the... Oh, my head's in the way. Hold on. Unlock this. Let's move this. We don't actually need to see like half of my browser. We just need this bit right here. The emoji. Yeah, you can pull them, but you can't do inline images in Discord. That's its whole thing. Like, I definitely have access to them. I can get their numbers. But, like, I don't have... I know a lot of bots will do a thing where they have, like, a proprietary server that they can use the emotes from. Which is, I guess, good. But again, if a streamer has their own channel emotes, that still doesn't work. So I need this to be, like, a generally applicable solution. So I'm using Unicode emoji right now because it's good enough. And it's free. Anyway, okay. So now we're getting into the weird stuff. We've got this guy. What do we think this is? This appears to be a frog with a ramen bowl on their head, I think. No, it's a baby. What is this? How do I convey this with a Unicode emoji? Kappa. Kappa's a Twitch emote, dude. What? Why would somebody type this into a chat? I don't understand. This has to be a culture thing that I just don't get. Ramen emoji, stick emoji. I like that. I hadn't considered combining them, but there's no reason it can't be more than one emoji. You're absolutely correct. Your brain is huge right now. Alright. Your brain is really powerful. Alright, that's just... Okay, they're just continuing in linear sequence. Awesome. Next one, I think is also a weird baby. But it's like level 2 boss. Yeah. Oops. Oops. Oh, I just learned a weird keyboard hotkey that I didn't know existed. Instead of hitting Control plus, I hit Windows key plus and it zoomed my entire OS in. That was nuts. That was a fun little experiment right there. Apparently Windows just has a magnifier tool. Yeah, okay. So, this guy. Level 2 baby. How is this different is what I want to know. From ramen bowl, stick bowl, or should I just represent them all the same way? It's probably fine. I can't imagine anybody ever actually using these. So I'm just doing it for completeness' sake. Stick emoji, then ramen emoji. Okay. Okay. I see that. But how do we feel about this one? Why is it, like, I don't think it's their mascot. Like, I don't think this platform has a mascot. Okay, okay. How about this one? This one's actually pretty easy, I think. I'm gonna probably do, like, just this or something. I think it's probably sufficient. I realize it's got, like, a skull. I don't really care. Now we're definitely getting into some sponsored territory, though, with the next one. We've got this guy, which I think I can just do like that. Just the cat. Cat's probably sufficient for this one. It's a weird-looking cat, but cat's probably good enough. This one is definitely sponsored. This is from, like, that Monopoly game. What did the text say, actually? Hold on, does anyone know? What is this trying to convey? That's probably a key to this puzzle. Is that what the text says, or is that what the game is from? And do you know what that means? Because I don't. If I knew how to read Japanese, I wouldn't need the spot. Pleased to know you. Okay, so it's like a hello. Okay. Maybe just like a wave? Like, is that sufficient? I don't know. Alright, we're in the home stretch, though. Idle. I should just use the David Bowie emote for this one. The Ziggy Stardust emoji. Yeah, actually, I think that's correct. And we have some more frogs. But these ones are actually frogs. Good frog. Better frog. Okay. I like those frogs. Yeah, me too. Okay, so I've got some ideas for what I can make the rest of these emotes. I will probably do that off stream. I kind of want to wrap it up soon. And it's not fun to watch me just type in like a dozen more entries on this map. We know it works. I don't think I'm going to get to the feature where you can type your own stuff in today. I might do that off stream also, just because it's more of the same, basically. We got through the cool, exciting stuff of getting the regex to work, and like having the thing work in principle. So that's fine with me. What do we think the behavior should be if you have a match where it's like a slash bunch of numbers, but you don't have something in the map? Should it just leave it as is? Or should it try and erase it? Or something? Or replace it with like a question mark emoji? It's just something to think about. I'm not sure what I would do for that behavior either. Yeah, I might do that. If you have a match but it's not present in the map. Undefined emoji. Yeah, you could also spell it out like that. Okay. I'll think about that. Something to munch on. In the meantime, yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking. It'd just be like question mark. Uh, in the meantime, though, before my brain completely deactivates for the evening, I wanted to codify this behavior and prove that my regex works in an expected way with some unit tests, and I'm going to show how I'd write those. First things first, let's export this function so that I can test it. Bond is making a terrible face at me right now. Probably because I said unit tests at 10:15 p.m. on a Saturday. Which is like generally not when you want to say that. Oh, okay, good. You're always allowed to laugh at me though, that's fine. Anyway, so the module that I use for doing tests is called Jest. It works a little something like this. Let's see, here's an example. You can make test suites with a describe method, and then you can fill them with individual tests. So I'm going to do describe. No, not that kind of describe, though. Describe. Then you do like this. And so I can do like test. Yeah, right. I hear you. God. Sometimes I really like the IntelliSense for JavaScript because it does make my life a lot easier. That the IDE knows things that are inferred and not like strongly typed. Sometimes it really gets on my nerves though when it thinks it knows more than me, which it often does, but in this particular case it doesn't. So you do something like that. We write our test. I keep forgetting my commas. Oh, I should make my terminal a little bit smaller, though I will blow it back up when I actually run the test. So we do something like that. Boom. So we'd have const input, something like this. And then it would be so that's your input. You would do something like that, and then you can do expect output dot to contain sorry, spaced out there for a second. I'm alive, I promise. You can do something like expect output to contain this. And there's, I think, a not matcher. I'll have to go look it up in a second. Where I could be like, expect it to not contain this string. So let's see, if I run my test, I can do that by doing that. Let's make terminal big again. Game run test. Yeah, yes. Alive. It runs all my tests. And these should be all green. Nice. We get a nice little report. That shows that I've got my stuff being tested. Every time I make this number go up, I gain a couple hours of lifespan. It makes me feel good. Love to make them like old and broken is making your number go up in a video game, like grinding out a level in an MMO, reaching level 60 Fisher, making that number go up. That's tired, but the wired shit, the new hotness, is making your code coverage numbers go up. I'm all about this. This is really what gets me hot and bothered. Like 74.5%. Whew, that's almost 75%. I think 75 is the, oh no, actually 80 is the percent threshold for green. And green is the good color. We love green here. Red is very bad. So don't pay attention to all this red stuff. But these are the numbers we like to make go up. Who needs like a tenacity stat? I don't care if my gathering is 200 now, or whatever. It's all about the unit test code coverage. This is the good stuff. And I'm doing a pretty good job overall for a hobbyist project. Most of these are pretty well covered in like the high 80s. Some of them all the way 100% and things like that, which is nice. I would really, really be embarrassed if my bot broke in front of an audience of, right now it's like 500 people, but eventually this bot should be is going to be publicly available if anybody else wanted to use it for their own favorite streamer and their own community, and I would just be rife with embarrassment if it broke on them because I didn't test something because I'm an amateur. It would just be really embarrassing. So I've got a lot of unit tests. It's the best I can do. One fun thing about these unit tests is if any of them break, it runs all of the tests every time I try and push code into my Git repo. So like anytime I try and save it to the cloud, it will run all of these tests, and if any of them fail, it blocks the push. It will stop me from uploading code that doesn't work, which is why it's very important to me to write these tests. It will prevent me from pushing breaking changes, stuff that would break the whole app. Unit tests are also really important in this case because, as I keep talking about, JavaScript doesn't have types and isn't what's called a compiled language. Everything in JavaScript is interpreted line by line in linear sequence. It has no preconceived notions about if the application runs or has proper syntax until time of execution. It's a scripting language, that's what that means. That's the script in JavaScript. So a lot of these unit tests are just me to confirm that the app can actually boot. Less so about actual desired functionality and more like, can we get through this block of code? Does it actually successfully like interpret and parse? Because there's no guarantee. There's no way to just hit build like you would on like C# or something, or even just normal Java, and find out that your app works. So you need these unit tests. They're important. Yeah, so we get something like that. It's a working unit test. Yep. I should test a more complex series of these. Making sure that the regex works like that. Would expect. Watch me copy something, then go copy something else, and not have it ready to paste. Oh, so like for an example of this test breaking, here's a test case that's not going to work. It's not going to have this laughing face because I don't have one of the emotes. The 103 is not one of those emotes. So I will run this test again, and it will give me a big angry tantrum. Yeah, there we go. One of the tests failed. And so it'll give me a message like this, and it'll tell me, hey, here's where your code broke. You need to fix that. We won't let you move any further until you fix it. Like if I scroll up here, we see, yeah, there we go. We expected to have an emoji. Did not find it in the substring. So I would get a message like this that says, hey, your test broke. Something is wrong with the code. You either didn't write it right the first time around, or you made a change just now that broke something else working. We can't let you push. So, unit tests. They're what's for dinner. They're very important. Pop. So now that that test is fixed, I can run it again. They all pass. Awesome. Git add all. I do my push, it's going to run all my tests again, and because they all pass, it will approve the push, and it will let me save my code, and it will build, and then eventually I can deploy this. There we go. That's pretty much that. I've been at it for an hour and a half now, so I think that's a good breaking point. We got the main thing that we wanted to have done. We'd love to see that. I will work more on transcribing emotes by hand later, because it's boring to look at, I think. I might do another stream, I don't know when, tomorrow, later in the week, to try and do the bonus feature of letting server operators define their own custom emoji for channel emoji. So, like, if they've got them on hand, you can use a custom I can't speak. You can... Let me try that again. Let me try it. I'm going to have a feature where for Mildum channel emotes that are unique to the channel rather than platform emotes, Discord servers that use the bot will be able to say, when you get this channel emote, translate it to whatever other Discord emote or emoji they want, and it's up to their choice. I can't possibly know what channel emotes are going to look like, so I'm not going to try and make a predefined map of them. I'll leave that up to people who use the bot. And then if they don't, it'll come up as a question mark. That is, I think, the desired behavior. So, we'll leave that for another day. I'm quite tired, quite winded. We did a lot of running around today. It was tax-free weekend. It is still tax-free weekend. We ran around to a lot of retail places, which was kind of stressful. Got a dehumidifier, got a Roomba, bought some other shit. I bought an M2 drive actually today. I'm going to try and migrate my operating system to a faster drive. Not so much because I need the speed, but because I don't like having one of my SATA ports occupied by what was cutting edge at the time, but is now a hilarious antique, a 60 gigabyte SSD that I got way back in 2012 when I built my PC for the first time, that houses nothing but the operating system. Oh, hey, hi, Nana, you're just in time to watch me crumble to dust again and bury myself. I just finished my code for the day, which is good. I got my feature working. We're able to transcribe platform emotes from beloved website mildum.com here. I can type in little emotes into the chat. Little emotes into the chat over here. And now Discord properly picks them up as Unicode emoji instead of number shit like this. Because I got embarrassed when this happened live earlier today. So now it picks these up and converts them into the corresponding nearest match Unicode. It's good. I'm happy. Not bad at all. Pretty good day at the races. Thank you for the compliment, Stardust Crusader. I really appreciate that you stuck around for the whole thing. And I appreciate your second, or maybe I guess in this case, first pair of eyes with the couple of quick catches on like typos. Normally, people frown upon backseating. In this case, I genuinely appreciate it because I probably wouldn't have caught it until way down the line. So, it's good. It was an immediate peer review. Yeah. So that's good. It's fine. Like, I don't mind it. I'm not trying to call you out. I genuinely appreciate that you spotted an error like that. I wouldn't have found it right away. So I appreciate it. I guess now is typically when I do a raid. I'm trying to think if I have anything else cool to talk about today, but I don't really. I appreciate all of the follows that I got today, and I appreciate the raid that Curio bequeathed to me. It was very kind of you all. You make me feel very special. Is special, in fact. But, wait, did that not work? Oh, no, it did, okay. Pet your Roomba. We got a Roomba. Okay, so here's the thing. Okay, you've got me all riled up about this Roomba thing now, right? So, Bon wanted this Roomba really badly. And so I'm professionally, like, my professional training is that of a robotics engineer, right? I've got a discipline in CS, in mechanical engineering, and in electrical engineering. And so what that taught me is that you shouldn't trust robots under any circumstances. I can count on one hand the number of robots that I trust, and it hasn't been easy. So when Bon was like, oh yeah, let's get this vacuum cleaner that is constantly taking slam mapping of your house, ostensibly knows when you're home and when you aren't based on when you set it to go off, and is constantly talking to a cloud somewhere. Also, it costs $800. Naturally, I wasn't, like, thrilled about the idea. There's a great engineering adage that's like, the more you know about software and engineering, the less and less you go from having, like, a smart home, and the less willing you are to adopt smart devices. Until you get to the guy who knows everything about engineering, and they only have two things: a printer and a gun in case the printer acts up. And that's basically how I feel about the Roomba. But I digress. We'll see how it goes. I think we can turn off the Wi-Fi aspect of it, so we'll see. It's also very loud and it takes a very long time. Like, it's very slow at vacuuming, but it is what it is. I got asked what slam mapping means. The reason I know that Roombas get all this information about your house is because when I was in college, we did a project where we had to use a Roomba to do like a maze solving in an unknown environment. Like, it had a maze that it had never seen before, and the goal was to optimize it so it could solve the maze the fastest amount of time. So I know that Roombas have what's called SLAM mapping. SLAM stands for simultaneous localization and mapping. I guess it's kind of redundant. It's like saying ATM machine. They do SLAM. That's SLAM. And it's basically just a fancy pathfinding thing. Anything that uses camera for navigation does it. Headbutt sonar. Yeah. Here's a cool Wikipedia article about the thing I'm talking about. I don't really feel like it's worth explaining in too much detail, because it's not terribly interesting. The thing Curio's talking about is more interesting. But yeah, like, self-driving cars use SLAM. Roombas use SLAM. Roombas are basically self-driving cars. I got hit by the Roomba today. Fortunately, it was small enough that it didn't do a lot of damage. I didn't, like, do the thing where I make the bowling pin noise and, like, explode into, like, 206 discrete physics objects. But that happens sometimes. I almost got T-boned, actually, today, while we were driving back from wherever. Dude flew out of a highway off-ramp, right through a four-way stop sign, nearly T-boned me at what must have been like 70 miles an hour. Fortunately, my braking reflexes are godlike, and I was able to stop on a dime, and did not incur massive damage to myself, my passenger, or my vehicle. But that was really scary, because I have been T-boned before, and it really stressed me out. So that was a fun thing that happened today. Woohoo close, yeah. That was the big excitement for today. That's how you know you're still alive, when you feel your heart race like that. Or in my case, you know, whatever. I digress. It is now 10:35 p.m. Let's see, is there anybody cool for me to raid? What's the best way to find that out? You know I was raiding. Or streaming, okay. That's a good idea. Do you know what they're streaming? Garden Story, great boy. Ah. Okay, yes, we'll do that. Let me... Oh god, I hate Twitch's UI. It's not good. It's actually bad. I'll complain about it. Let's do so. It's raid Inwa. Thank you for your work. Thanks for the stream. You are very welcome. I love maintaining the spot. It makes me feel useful. I have super bad brain worms, which is to say that there are actually worms that live in my skull, and I feel very bad when I'm not making stuff. So I'm happy that I'm getting mileage out of this bot. I want to do more technical streams. They're what I feel like I'm better at than games. This has been like my 4th or 5th one in a row. So we're going to keep doing that. I might stream again tomorrow for the rest of this feature, depending on how I'm feeling and what kind of time I have. I'll keep you posted on Twitter. That Twitter is, again, you can find me at https://twitter.com. This is the guy that I am. I'm going to add that as a redirect to my website. People who found me through Twitter might have noticed that you can find my stream through https://www.skeletom.net/stream, which is a vanity URL like redirect to my Twitch page here. I'm probably going to do one of those for my socials, like Twitter as well. So you can do like skeletom.net/Twitter and it'll just take you to my Twitter. I did this because I changed my name recently on Twitch and I didn't want people to have to update their links. And I wanted a non-breaking link. So now that'll always go to the right one. I'll do that for VODs also to go to my YouTube. I digress. We are raiding somebody. We are raiding Inwa, who is playing Garden Story. So give him the old warm skeleton welcome. Tell him I said hello. Go watch a grape be a hero, and have a good night. Bonanotte.